enjoy the show. Here we go. Hey, it's
John and
Heather Show. Me coming to you. That's right, all of you. Live from
our production studio, where we broadcast our live show every Tuesday night with a different special guest from 9 to 10 p.m. right here on Facebook and YouTube.
That's right. So please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we have over 250 videos just for your viewing pleasure. We are real people going to real events for real bikers. We interview musicians, artists, and unique people from all over the community. We film our life's adventures just for all of you, even while riding on our motorcycle.
And remember to like and subscribe to both our Facebook and YouTube channels. Leave your comments for us. We love you all. And remember, keep the shiny side up.
Rubber side down.
Deuces, baby.
That's right, deuces.
Who knows what holds tomorrow? Hope it wasn't like yesterday. Well, I'll just enjoy the moment. Man, it was just a beautiful day. I said, yeah, it was a beautiful day. It's all going my way. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah, listen what I say. It was a beautiful day. It's all going my way. Was so beautiful. Oh yeah, listen what I say. Listen what I say. It was a beautiful day. It's all going my way. Was so beautiful. Oh yeah, listen what I say. Listen what I say. Listen what I say. Listen what I say. It's all going.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1, get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer on average got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Race fans! Saturday, July 11th, Flat Track Racing is coming to Tampa with RPM Promotions. It's Clay by the Bay, presented by Rubenstein Law, representing riders since 1988, and Board to Ride TV and Magazine. Don't miss top amateur and pro racers handlebar to handlebar at over 100 miles an hour, fighting for that $5,000 purse. Special flagman, the legendary Bubba Blackwell. It's Flat Track Racing back in Tampa. Live pay-per-view from Fight TV. Kids and under 6 are free. Adults, $20. Kids, 6 to 12, $10. Family fun for everyone. You can buy the whole seat, but you'll be sitting on the edge at Clay by the Bay. Saturday, July 11th, East Bay Speedway. Race fans. Here's your chance to win free tickets from Rubenstein Law and Born to Ride. Just go to Born to Ride TV Magazine Facebook page and tell us why you need to win free tickets. We will be contacting winners. Race fans, don't miss it. Race fans!
Hey, it's the
John and
Heather Show coming to all of you. That's right, you, live from,
our production studio.
that's right, we are here in the beautiful production studio with our wonderful American flags because we all bleed red, white, and blue.
We bleed red.
And white and blue.
Okay, we bleed blue and white.
All
right.
Because we all have that American spirit.
That's right. Oh, we just can. Okay, we got some comments coming through.
Yes, we do. We've got Jill in the house.
Hey, Jill, how you doing?
How you doing, Jill? Glazer girl.
There we go.
There we are. Yeah.
Yes.
We will get to chat a little bit later. Have no worries.
Yeah, no worries at all. We're gonna have a great night for you guys tonight.
Yes, we are. We are so happy to have you all with us.
Tell them all about it, baby.
All righty. We've got a great big night planned for you all. If you don't know, we have Preacher Stone in the house.
Yep, we got them sitting down in the green room and they're hanging out, waiting for everything to get ready. I mean, these guys just rock. I mean, they're just a great all-around rock and roll band. Their music brings a message. I mean, these guys are just flat out ear candy.
Yes, they are. They are fantastic. And I had the pleasure of meeting them unfortunately John had to work, but I had the pleasure of meeting them at Crystal River Harley Davidson. And let me tell you, they were just,
hell of a show.
They put on such a show. They were amazing. Everybody was jamming, having a great time, dancing. It was wonderful. Everybody was forgetting what was going on in their life and just having a good time, getting back to the old norm, which is what we want and want.
You say want, I say need. Okay,
exactly. So let me tell you, they brought out that old norm in all of us and made us feel great.
I was at least able to watch the video when you were streaming it. I mean, I was at work.
Yeah, I streamed it live.
Sneaking to like a back room trying to take a look at it because these guys are just rocking the house down, and I was at work and I was trying to hide from my boss and see the stream. Yeah, but that's just what we go through when we're like addicted to a show.
So it is. Yes, it is. But we had a great time. They put on a great show, and we are so happy to have them for guests tonight. And we'll be bringing them on in just a few minutes. Plus, we've got some wonderful videos to show you too. But before we begin, we've got some great news to share with all of you, don't we?
Yes, we do. Because if you
look at what you're wearing.
This is the Born to Ride shirt because we are with Born to Ride. We can be bringing you great content. We can be bringing you new content. We can be telling stories, road footage, and just getting everything, getting the feel of what it really means to be a biker. The sights, the smells, the food, the taste, atmosphere, the taste,
the touch, everything.
Brotherly love, just road footage. Sisterly love. Every time I say brotherly, she says sisterly, and it has to remind me of that. But yeah, that's what a good woman is for, though, to remind you of what you're doing wrong.
But it's going to be wonderful, and it's true, and it's a perfect fit and a perfect match for us because literally both of us were born to ride. I've been racing enduros since I was tiny. My dad started me off on racing enduros, and actually I was the only girl in the classes racing. Yeah.
I can see you sliding sideways.
Yeah, I was such a tomboy.
I can see that. I can see you doing that.
I was such a
sliding sideways, smashing.
Yeah, I had so much fun.
Squirrel. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there she goes, right off the cliff.
Oh, and Jill's over here talking about our gnomes. So yeah.
Yeah, you like the gnomes, Jill?
Yeah, we bring these little gnomes with us wherever we go and we film on. There's just Mrs. Gnome and Mr. Gnome. We just like these little guys.
They're our biker gnomes.
Yeah, they're our biker gnomes. And one's Heather, one's me. And we just go ahead and we bring these around. We just
turn around, show her the back of hers.
Check this out. The back of hers says Biker Babe on it. There you go.
Isn't that cool?
I just love it. I just think it's the cutest thing.
Thank you for chiming in,
Yeah.
Jill. We
Yeah,
love when
thank
people chime in. So everybody, please chime in.
Oh, yeah.
Send us your
Hey, you want
comments.
to do a video?
We love comments.
Okay.
All righty. Yeah, we do. We love it. And we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and you want to bring on the guests in a minute. We've got to wait a few minutes. We're going to give them a little bit more time.
Yeah, we're looking in the green
But
room right now,
anyways,
guys. You want to do it?
yeah, we were talking about what Born to Ride means to us.
Yes.
And how exciting an opportunity is for us. And we went to their office last
Ron
week.
Galletti and Debbie Galletti, they are wonderful people, very good-hearted. I mean, they're just wonderful people. They put a good product out, a great magazine.
They're coming on in just a minute, Drew.
They're coming on, Drew.
Just give it a minute.
Just give it 1 second. We got the fans screaming for them to come on.
Yeah, we got the fans screaming for Preacher
Go
Stone.
ahead and play a video, baby.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and play a video right now while we wait for them. Let me go ahead and get that ready. And we'll go ahead and play a Preacher Stone video.
Gypsy woman read my fortune. She just shook her head. Saw the hell I've been through. I'm lucky I ain't dead. There's been so many crossroads where I offered up my soul for a steep hill to climb and a big old rock to roll. Lazarus, dip your finger in the water. To my tongue, it is my praise. Well, I wandered through the wilderness for nigh on 40 years. Lost a lot of good friends along that trail too. Seen the sands of time just slip right through my hands. If there's any injustice in this world, I'm gonna see the promised land. Lazarus, dip your finger in the water. It is my way. Help the brother, wash away the mark of hate. If there's a moral to my story, well, don't you do the things I've done. Or you find yourself on a railroad track with a train about to come. And they'll hit you like a hammer, leave you moaning out the blues. And if you're gonna walk in my footsteps, son, you're gonna need a good pair of shoes. Lazarus, dip your finger in the water. Ooh, my tongue and eat my breath. Help the brother with your blood. Wash away the mark of hate.
How was everybody this evening?
Do
Wow.
they rock?
Wow.
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
what? You should have seen John and I here
Oh,
in
we
the
were
studio,
rocking
man.
out.
We were just having
out.
so much fun.
Yeah, I broke a sweat. I'm over here like trying to wipe my head. Well, right now in the green room, we have two of the greatest guys I've ever talked to. We have Ronnie Riddle, and we have Marty Hill down in the green room right now. They're about ready to come on. They're about ready to talk to all you fans out there because I know you're waiting to see them.
Yes, they are. Let's see if they're ready. Give us a wave if you guys are ready.
You guys ready? All right.
All right. Let me go ahead and put them on.
Hey, everybody.
There we go.
What's up?
Hey. Don't do it the other way.
Marty, you're looking studious tonight.
So
How
you
you doing?
Hey, how are you going?
Cold.
We've got Ronnie in the house
ambient light.
and Marty in the house. There we go.
No, the other way, this way. We're trying to get the right. There we go.
There we go.
There we
We
go.
both fit.
Yeah, there you are.
Now that was just a great song and a great performance. I know it got a little narrow on us right now, so we can fit all three of you on the screen at the same time. But everyone's looking good right now. Now that song Lazarus, that's got to be one of my favorite songs that you do. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Ben came with the lick, the original lick for the main lick of the song. And if I remember correctly, Marty, you correct me, but you had the other part, didn't you? Added that other da 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 da, and we started working on it. It was one of the first songs that we worked on, if I remember correctly, for Remedy. But it just had that undeniable groove to it, and I always try to hear the story. What's the story going to be about? What does the music suggest that the story should be? And we've been through a lot, and I always introduce it saying it's our life story, but it's just about facing difficulties and what our life might really truly be like. A lot of people have this idea that we just, jet around the country and lead this carefree existence, and that's not really the truth. So I tried to put a lot of allusions to classical literature and biblical stuff in there, and the whole deal of Lazarus was that the rich man was in hell and Lazarus was the one that was in heaven, and he said, we just put a drop of water on your finger and cool my tongue because I'm in pain down here, and that's really what it is. This is harder than it looks, I guess, is what the theme of that song.
Yes, and you say that so well with that song. Marty, how about you with that song?
Excuse me. I think the message is really strong in the lyrics, and is really applicable today. What's going on, and it does have does have a good groove and a lot going on. Some funny parts in it. Like the ending part. What we call it, the cry of the sirens.
The cry of the sirens, because he's doing that nah, 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 and Johnny Webb's following him on keyboards.
Right. Yeah.
Great.
So
Uh,
yeah, it becomes kind of like a
The,
thing
the,
at the end.
the end of that song scares me to death.
It's all
Because,
time.
it does. It
Yeah.
scares me to death because there's a lot of times that they'll be counting on where the vocals are, where the lyrics are, to know where to go, and people assume that I know what's coming next, and I won't look anybody. If you ever notice live, I will not look anybody in the eye when we get to the end of that song because I don't know when it ends. I just stay out of the way.
We have some creatively innovative percussion stuff going on there, and he'll go into some strange counts, and so you have to be kind of like counting. You have to be on it, or you can get left in the.
I run away. I just run away.
Because I saw you on that song, you were actually standing back a little bit and not making eye contact. You're
I will not.
standing back.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm left to face the heat.
Yeah, it's Marty's. They're in it. I get to. If that one ever falls apart at the end, it's not me.
Where was that show at? That was a real pretty area.
The Village Amphitheater in Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Because that's just a beautiful area, and the country and the people are just really, really scenic for you to be able to
call it home.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's literally around the corner from us, just about, from where the home base is for us.
Yeah, it's like 2 miles from the band room.
Well,
wow, that's an easy shoot.
Yeah, it's an easy shoot for you then.
Yeah, it was really good. Kudos to Marty and Zane for saying let's get a film crew out there and shoot that. That might be important because I thought, maybe 2,000 people. We didn't think 17 or 18,000, but that's what we ended up with.
Wow. Because you're fans. People love you.
Well, we give some kudos to 38 Special because some of those were their people, but at the same time, we were very, very well received, and we had a good night. I'll just say that, and everybody, we picked up a lot of fans that night, and it was really cool for me and Marty to be that's hometown.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun show.
And 38 Special, they're great. I mean, they've been around for a long time.
They're people don't realize that they're probably they probably sold more albums than any other Southern rock band, period.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that, but if you go back in the 80s and all that string of hits they had, they sold a ton of records.
I heard that they're a very nice group of gentlemen.
Yeah. We'll say that. They're good guys. I mean, that's the good thing about this genre is that most people are just they're Southern. I guess we understand them because they're Southerners and we're Southerners, so there's that bond. But they're good people, and their road crew was extremely nice. A little side story on that. I rode my bike out earlier while they were setting up before we were supposed to be there, and I talked to their stage manager and I said, "Man, if you could just get us 16 feet, I'll be the happiest person you know." I said, I just feel like we're going to be stuck up here with, 8 to 12 feet. If you could just get me 16. And we showed up for sound check, and it was like, 30 feet, Marty? 24 feet from their drum riser to the front of the stage. He goes, how you like me now? And I was like,
wow.
They were really cool to us.
Now, Preacher Stone, tell us about Preacher Stone, where you came up with the name for it and how that's for you.
Yes.
I am deferring to Marty for the name story. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. There's a couple of different versions, so but there's a Clint Eastwood movie. What is it, Ronnie? Is it Two Meals for
Pale Rider? Pale Rider.
Pale Rider. Yeah.
Marty, could you speak up just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
That's better.
Okay. Yeah. Movie Pale Rider, had a gunfighter type reverend, black, with the hat, and that was kind of the gunfighter preacher type vibe. And the Stone part, it had a rock fireplace at the place, and I was looking for a Uriah Heep. I wanted some kind of 2-syllable name, like a throwback to the 70s bands. and got Preacher from the movie and the Stone from the Rock Fireplace and put them together, and it was like Preacher Stone. Yeah, that's heavy sounding.
I'll
right.
add this. We had no name for a band. We had like maybe 5 songs. We had already gone in, I believe, and recorded the first part of the first record, and everybody was coming up with these horrible band names, and I was leading the league in horrible band names, and there were some bad ones. And so he calls me. It's like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes, "I got the band name," and you got to understand. A lot of people don't realize I've worked with Marty for 12 years now, but at the time we were just getting to know each other. I mean, it was new, and he says, "I got a name for the band." I was like, "What?" And he said, "Preacher Stone." And I just stopped and I was like, "Yeah, the discussion is over." And then later, a little while later, Zane came up with the Horns and the Guns logo, and it was like, wow, we got a real band name and a real logo. Ooh, it was just like, okay, we just kicked it up a notch or something. I don't know, some kind of emotional thing. And a lot of people, we had some people that were going to handle part of our career earlier on, and they referred to it as the Steakhouse logo.
Oh man!
And that hit a nerve. And then my favorite one was the guy told me, he goes, he says, took me to the side. He goes, "I don't want to offend you, but your look confuses me." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, you're wearing biker boots and jeans and you got on a rodeo shirt." He goes, "You shouldn't do that." So? And I said, "Why not?" And he goes, and I finally told him, I said, "You don't know a whole lot about Southerners, do you?" And he goes, "Well," I said, "You just guaranteed I'm going to wear this shit forever." And
that's really a Southerner to understand that.
I'm just going to do it forever now.
But that's so untrue, because I wear my horse belt buckle that I won for showing my horses when I was young with my motorcycle gear.
Mm-hmm. It's whatever you want to wear.
Exactly.
A story that nobody's ever heard before. Nobody witnessed it, but Marty and I went to meet with these people. And he says, "Martin, you remember you come up with the idea for the album cover with the dragonfly? You remember that, Marty?" Marty's just pulling this stuff out of his rear end, just making it up as he goes on, just to see how far this guy.
I like the dragonfly. We could do something with that.
Yeah, I thought we could do something with the dragonfly. And they're like, "Oh, yeah, the dragonfly." We're just sitting there, and I'm going, first of all, he had me going, because I'm like, "You cannot be serious." And then he finally looks over at me and cuts me that look, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great." Keep going.
You just let them roll.
Just keep going. That was funny.
Right. Entertainment for you.
I got a good question now. A lot of the other bands that we talk to also have families. How do you juggle being on the road, having your schedule, and having families?
If you have family.
Yeah.
Or do you just walk away from them? See you later.
I'll be back.
No, I mean, if I take it first, I mean, I got a family. I've got, my wife. We've been married 26 years.
Amen.
My daughter's 23. My son he's 30, and they've just kind of always understood this is what I do.
Yeah.
And
my daughter's grown too, and they, so it's not so much they just know that's what we do,
Yeah, and like I tell my wife, a lot of people talk about your family being supportive or not. My parents were always supportive, and my wife understands that this is who she married, so it's not you're leaving forever. It's just like, when you coming back, and where you going, and I'll call you when I get there, and it's just kind of
it's like
not for everybody.
Yeah, just like the sailors when they go on deployment. When I was in the Navy, it was the same way. The sailors that go out on deployment, they'd be coming home in 6 months, and when we pull in the port, all the wives and families be along the pier because they knew that's when dad or mom comes home.
Yeah.
When we went to Europe, the last time we went to Europe, I found it on my phone the other day. My wife videotaped the dog meeting me at the door,
Ah,
and it was
right?
yeah, it was just I almost cried. I mean, I just to know that 30 pounds of something that both of them added together love me that much. But like I said, it's just what we do, and people just accept it. And to go further with that, my daughter doesn't think it. She's not blown away by it. Never has been. It's just like it's what Dad does.
Yeah, exactly.
Your dad's a mechanic. My dad sings in a rock band. It's just the same. He's just Dad. He's goofy. Don't embarrass me, Dad.
Now, what's your favorite song to sing on the road? I mean, if you had to pick one just to sing in front of people, what is your favorite song?
My favorite. Marty, you take that first. What's your favorite song? Good luck with that.
Huh. Man, it's kind of a toss-up. There's so many to pick from. I guess I'd have to list a couple of my favorites. And I love Living Proof, and I love Come On In.
Okay.
But then again, I mean, God, I love Save My Soul too, and Hand on the Bible. So it's kind of hard to put one. The one I enjoy playing a lot is Come On In. I enjoy performing that one.
Okay.
It's kind of fun to play.
Yeah, I kind of go. Living Proof is one of my favorites.
Okay.
I think if you went across the band, all 6 of us, I think that's probably one that we'd all agree on.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard.
I remember now when I was there. Sorry, honey, I didn't mean to butt in. My turn.
Okay.
You guys really put on a great performance. It wasn't like you just sat there and sang.
Mhm.
You were all over the place. I loved it that you had fan interaction. You came off the stage. You were walking around. You had the guitar down. I mean, that was some great stuff.
Well, I mean, that's why we do it. We do it to play in front of people. I mean, making records is fun. It's a job, but it's fun. Writing records is an adventure. It's terrifying and fun at the same time. But I think, honestly, if I'm honest, I can only speak for myself, but I think other guys would agree. I do this so I can perform in front of an audience.
How many albums do you have out?
4.
The greatest thing ever. Just to give, this is my example, but over in Europe, playing a place and you're performing one of your original songs, and you look down, and somebody that you don't know from a different country is mouthing the words to it.
That's
cool.
Good.
Yeah,
when you see them know the song, and they may not be able to speak the language, but as soon as you kick it off, then they know what it is. That's pretty cool.
Really touching.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, and another thing that gets me, and I remind myself of this sometimes because I think you get caught up in everything that's going on and you forget certain things. But with us, when people come to see us, they're not coming to see us play the latest, greatest top 40 cover songs. No. They're coming to hear our songs, and that is amazing. That people. It is amazing, and we have stories that, I mean, we have people with, we have a group of people that have our logo tattooed on them.
Wow.
There's a young lady here near our hometown who has the chorus to Hand on the Bible tattooed on her back, the entire chorus tattooed on her back, and
Steve Scorfino was he's got the logo from shoulder to shoulder.
That thing's huge. And, Ben swears he's going to get it on his chest, but that remains to be seen. But I'd
like to see that.
Yeah, me too. I want to go there. I'll stay.
We have ours,
Yeah, but I'm still getting the El Kabong tattoo. I'm still doing it.
There it is.
Marty's got the serious art right there.
I like that.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Well, I'm going to go ahead.
I have one on my right shoulder, but it's interesting when people say, well, I danced with my daughter at her wedding with to Hand on the Bible, and probably the most unusual story ever is there's a couple, Ernie and Annie, out of New York, and he had a heart attack and was in a coma, and they didn't know that he was going to make it, and that she would come sit by his bedside and talk to him and everything, but we have a song called Early Morning Ride, which is not necessarily the most sweetly romantic song ever written.
Yeah.
And that their thing was in the morning they'd pass each other in the hallway, and the song has a line in it, "Good morning, baby," and they would always sing "Good morning, baby" to each other. And she leaned over in the hospital and sang "Good morning, baby" to him, and he opened his eyes and he'd come out of a coma.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't sign up for any of that, but it just lets you know that, like the records that we listen to that touched us, it's just such an honor to know that you created something that touches somebody else.
Wow. I mean, that's super touching somebody.
Yeah.
If they woke up out of a coma
Yeah,
or a song, I mean,
that song is either so good it'll wake you up out of the coma, or so bad you woke up out. But either way, it worked.
I would say it was so good. It woke them up.
We're going to stick with good.
Now we're going to play another song from you guys. We'll go ahead and talk about that one. All right.
Okay. All right.
Please. Hold on. Oh, we may have a little trouble with this one. 1 second. There we go.
When the world is too much for me, I know the remedy. I turn up the music, lose myself in the melody. I'll be riding the wave over hills and far away, leaving trouble behind me, saving worry for another day. Play it loud, join the crowd. Over me, let the waves roll over me. Long as I can remember, music's been my remedy. It's my special friend, with me till the end. When I start feeling low, I just turn it up again. Play it loud, join the crowd. over me, over me. Let the waves roll over me. Long as I can remember, music's been my remedy.
Wow.
Marty, you got a friend.
Hello. I see we've got a new guest.
Yes, a fuzzy friend.
A furry friend.
Fur baby.
Fur baby in the house. And I guess that's your baby. Oh,
man.
fur baby.
My baby right here.
We actually
Now we got a team.
studio because they're
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, who's fur baby's first? What's fur baby's name?
Well, this is Daisy.
Hi, Daisy.
And Daisy's been with us for about 13 and a half years.
Wow.
This
Wow.
is my sweetheart.
Oh,
So I'm gonna put her back down because she's about ready to get, you about ready to get back down.
hi, Daisy.
I'm gonna put her down. She has a little bed here right beside my chair.
Aw.
She's been here the whole time. Marty, your turn.
Well, now
Oh,
Daisy's a star.
And Marty, who's that?
This is Gabby. This is Zane's standard poodle. My wife Zane. She brought her when she came down to visit. She brought her a poodle. She's 9 months old, so it's still a huge puppy, but it's a beast.
You want to come
It's
back
a-
down? You wanna come back up?
Hey.
Yeah, it's a big one. Come on now. There we go.
Wow.
Oh, this is a big poodle.
She is. We have a
You wanna
big
be on video?
star ourselves.
We may have lost a little bit of sound there for a second, so we're sorry. We hit a little button with our coffee mug by accident. But Marty, that is just a wonderful dog. I mean, we have our fur babies too, but mine's a German Shepherd Wolf hybrid, and she's about 110 pounds, and she smashes into everything in here. So it's easier for me to leave her outside the studio just for an hour, so we can do this without things smashing down.
She thinks she's a lap dog.
Well, she doesn't know she's little. She's always been that size.
Yeah. She thinks she's tiny.
Okay.
Now that song that we just played, now Remedy, now what does that song explain? That song to us
The
and tell
story, yeah.
us. Yeah, the story
We
behind
kind of
that.
figured it out, but we wanted to hear from you. What that meant.
It's just that music, the healing power of music. It's always been that thing that it's always there.
It
And-
is a wonderful healing thing.
It's a universal language and it heals people, and that's really what that's about.
I'm a retired special education teacher, and I always use music in therapy
There we go.
that I did with my special needs children. We also have a daughter with special needs. So raising her from being a baby all the way up to an adult, she just totally loves music.
Yes.
And music has been nothing but something to soothe and heal all throughout her life.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, for everybody, and I think that was the idea that we were going with. And you know, a lot of our writing on the first 4 records, and then moving into the 5th one that we're working on now, is that Marty is the catalyst, because he comes up with the riff and the different parts, and we, you know, he starts sending them to me in pieces, and then he'll, you know, he comes up with the arrangements, and a lot of times I just ask simply the question, where do you hear the verse and what do you hear for the chorus?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's weird to say this, but it's the truth, and a lot of people give me funny looks when I say this, but then you just try to figure out what kind of story the music is calling for.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll bring in something, and then Ronnie will take off with it and start. Once he's written, then he'll let me know. He'll call me up and tell me what the name of it is, which is kind of cool. I find out what the song has become. You know, sometimes I'll tell him an idea that
absolutely
I was out of my mind a couple of times, probably when I told him tractor pull. How do you write a song about that?
Well, you got to understand that was the first record, and I was just getting to know. I mean, I'd known Marty forever. We had played in other bands in the same clubs, and had the utmost respect, because he is a phenomenal guitar player. And when I got a chance to work with him, it was really cool. But I just knew him as a guitar player and the guy that was always really cool to talk to every once in a while when I saw him.
And now you're working together.
You work with you show up to work with the guy, and you know he's like 6'4" in a cowboy hat, and you can't really read his facial expressions. And I know what a sweet, wonderful guy he is now. I didn't then, you know. And he's like, he called me on a song called Tractor Pull. I was like, well, hell, you're getting one.
He did a great job of coming up with a creative way to write about a tractor pull.
But I appreciate the compliment. But
heavy equipment.
The hardest thing that I would give credit where credit's due. I mean, if you listen to "Come On In," Marty gave me the first verse of that.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, reaching for the nightstand, my fingers reassure me as they wrap around my cold piece of steel. He handed that right to me. And yes, Drew Brown, we're still playing in Nashville, but he handed that right to me. And then I thought, okay, then I had to come up with, I got one eye on the window, one eye on the back door. And then I realized that this song was about, you know, my personal opinion about guns, and I'm going to get in trouble. But if you don't want to get shot, don't break in my house. It's real simple to avoid.
Agreed.
Ring the doorbell. I don't come loaded. But that and there have been other songs, Louisiana Dog on the Payert record. The chorus is entirely 100% Marty Hill, and I was left with, I had him explain to me what the chorus meant, and then I said, okay, this is a shotgun wedding song. So that's how that, you know, that's how that works. And then in the case of Not Today was the first song that we ever wrote together, and he just played the music, and I thought, man, it sounds really sinister. And then when he got to that bridge part where in the middle before the solos, where it's like, yeah, somebody just dumped the body in the water. Yeah. Somebody's dying in this one. So that's really how, and I just thought the guitar solos at the end of Remedy were so uplifting. It was just such a healing kind of thing.
Right.
I just wanted to recreate what music does for me, because when I was little, ever since I've been really little, I could just be in a terrible place and turn on the right song and it fixes it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree with you 100%.
I mean,
Kind of like hopping on the motorcycle,
oh yeah.
or
Oh, yeah.
getting on the motorcycle, or getting on a horse.
Or fire the gun.
Yes.
firing a gun.
Oh
yeah.
my
It
God.
does. I mean, it does. I'm sorry. It's cathartic. I mean,
It is.
Mhm.
It is so stress relieving.
Now, with everything that's going on with with COVID and stuff, has this been hindering anything for you?
oh yeah, we've
Oh,
watched tour dates just disappear,
What's
and
the
we watched tour dates disappear.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
And
But on the other hand, Ronnie got originally probably around 83, 84, built the recording studio that he was going to be using. It became our kind of our band room. And now he's gotten equipment and stuff. And now we're actually tracking more than ever new material during all this. And so that's one good thing we got out of it. Lit a fire under our ass to get new songs going.
yeah, and we did the Wednesday night live, and we'll get back to doing that for a while because people were locked down, they couldn't go anywhere, and that turned out to where we have anywhere from 3,000 people watching this on a Wednesday night live.
That's great.
And we had to kind of back off of that to go back out and play live again. But we've got dates on the books, and we're just waiting to see what states are open. But yeah, it's been a pain.
I can imagine.
I've got that. Yeah. And then, I think the next one we're playing is the 14th and 15th. If it goes down, Brian's Backyard Barbecue.
Well, we're at Brian's Backyard Barbecue in New York on the 14th and 15th, and if North Carolina opens back up, we're in Harrisburg on the 8th.
Yeah.
And
J&J Tavern.
and
we have a fan that
Ray loves somebody. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
She says she loves you. Great video.
yes.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Thank you. There was a question I just saw on there about who loves.
What's the meaning behind "She Loves Me" and who wrote it?
Okay, Marty wrote the music. I'll let him go first, and then I'll come along.
Speak up, Marty.
I think he gave me the title on this.
It was originally a song I'd written for my wife Zane, and we went to Ronnie. I brought him the song, told him about that, and he took off and wrote really beautiful lyrics on that. And it's how a man should feel about a woman. You listen to it. It's really good, and how grateful we are for everything they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's well put.
Yeah. Well put.
From my aspect of it is, I just was being honest. I mean, my wife puts up with a lot, and she does. She puts up with a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm not the easiest man in the world to get along.
I ain't easy to love, and even harder to understand.
Yeah.
And,
that's the truth.
That's me, and that's Marty, and that's that's
the beauty of what a lot of the way that Ronnie writes is that Ronnie can write something that's may get the message across personally between, say, our wives, and it applies to everybody that else out there that listens to it can also gain that from it.
Yeah.
I appreciate
that's our
that.
hope anyway.
Now
It's just
I'm sorry, go on.
I just think it's that my wife, I mean, she does so much that's behind the scenes. I mean, literally, we've known each other since we were 8.
Oh, wow.
And, she just kind of holds it together. I mean, really doing it. And we've never been one of those. We always laugh. I mean, we joke. She's asleep on the couch right now, I guarantee it. But we joke all the time. It's like, I'm gone for X number of days. Are you going to miss me? And she'll look at me and go, terribly. I don't know what I'm going to do while you're gone. But it's just what we do.
It's better than when you say she misses you and you say with every bullet so far.
Well, she hadn't shot at me yet. But the thing is, I mean, that's a lot to be thankful for, that somebody can understand that that's what you do. But
yeah.
She knows I'm not out. She knows I'm not out, trying to conquer the world on a sexual basis, because I just love playing music.
Exactly.
I have to play music. That's what I am the most boring person in the world on the road, because I just, I'm going to go to bed early and.
And Joan said she loves that song too.
Going to sit, like I'm wearing a hoodie. I just want to tell you, Marty, that the temperature in my home is set just like our room. Okay, when we room together, so I'm feeling home right now.
I'm always cold too, so don't worry about
Oh
that.
man, no, we work it. We go in. It's got to be on 64 as soon as we walk.
I've heard
in.
about that.
Wow.
I've heard about
Now, if any of your fans want to get a hold of you or buy any of your merchandise, look you up online or anything, how would they go about doing that? Can you give me
Preacherstone.com.
Preacherstone.com.
Is our website. Preacher Stone Worldwide is our Facebook page, and the reason being, I'll explain that. A lot of people say, well, y'all changed the name to Preacher Stone. No, our Facebook page was stolen last summer.
What?
It was stolen.
Yeah.
How do you
Kids sitting over in India right now going, I stole it. I stole it. He's thrilled to death with it, and I'd love to meet him somewhere in an alley. But it's gone.
Spit a coffee out.
Some name, somebody,
we wish we could find him.
Yeah, we can't. We tried, but
Wow.
we had like 20,000 likes on the page, but the good news is the thing about this band, you mentioned COVID, is we just love doing what we're doing, and we just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And it's not like we say, it's not for everybody. It's not always easy, but what else are you going to do? And if you lose your web page, you put up another one.
exactly.
And you just keep growing, and we meet new people every day, and we make new fans all the time, and that's what it's all about.
And I love meeting new people and meeting people in the industry and being able to just enjoy the same things that we all enjoy with other people.
Right. And I've met so many people and made so many friends through this band that I value so much that I never would have been able to do. I never would have met some of these people.
Right.
It would have never happened if it hadn't been for music.
Life is just too short to waste it. You've got to get up and enjoy every day, no matter what comes your way.
Mhm.
Enjoy it, make the most out of it. But at the same time, be kind, spread love. Those things are just
That's truer words have never been spoken.
Mhm. What was that?
I said truer words have never been spoken.
That's true. That is true. Well, coming from a very intelligent woman, like your song says, she's like the sticky glue that holds the show together. I mean, without her, it'd fall apart.
They all also too, they're reality killers. They keep you in place.
Yes.
Nobody's going to get too arrogant or too cocky at my house. It shall be leveled.
Yeah. Well, listen, gentlemen, it has been just an absolute pleasure, blast, wonderful time having the both of you on. Preacher Stone rocks. I can't wait till you come back down to Florida.
If I might just say one other thing, the lineup that we have now has been together since all told since 2015. Some of them starting in 2012. Johnny in 2012, I think. Jim and Ben in maybe 14. Josh came in at the end of 15 to 16, and we've really grown together musically and as people. And just give those guys a shout out. If we were answering questions and everything, just let you know we're blessed to work. I'll say it for me, with 5 of the most wonderful guys you could ever do anything with. And it helps it helps to love each other when things aren't going well. So
everyone helps.
Well, I noticed that when I met you all, and then I was talking to you guys when you were in the van. You were all getting ready to leave, if you remember, and I was talking to you in the van before it broke down.
Oh yeah.
And
that was absolutely amazing too. And I don't want to delay your show, but as soon as the transmission went out, it was like we went into this like combat mode. Jim Bolt is calling a tow truck. John Snyder, our good friend who works behind the scenes, is helping me get a rental car. Our other friends, the McCartys and the Gertises and the Warrens are coming, and with this convoy.
Oh wow!
Drive 2 hours out of their way to rescue us. It's just crazy, and it's like I don't know, Josh and Ben and Jim and Johnny and Marty. I mean, it's really it works because with all the garbage that we have to go through to do it when we finally get a chance to do what we do,
it's all worth it.
we remember, hey, this is why we love this.
That's
I
right.
love these guys.
Brotherhood.
And
Yes.
it is so. Shout out to all those people and our friends and everywhere and our families, because we couldn't do it without them. And to you for helping us spread the word, because that means the world to us.
Oh,
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man. Love it,
Thanks for having us on the show. It's a privilege for us to have you on. It really
And
is.
it really is. And we
We'll
feel
do it again.
about our fans, and we just thank them for their support. It's just fantastic that they love us and they support us. And hopefully our fans will become your fans.
And vice versa.
Absolutely.
Because, it's just one big, great, big
Happy family.
Was people spreading music and that and happiness, and that's what we need at this time.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly. Could not be said better.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a fine show.
It sure
It really
has.
has been. Thank you so much for having you on board. This is Preacher Stone. Look them up on Facebook. Go ahead, look them out on Preacher Stone Nation, you said, right?
Preacher Stone Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Look them up.
Look
buy
them up.
their gear, merchandise. As a matter of fact, I want to get a shirt from you, a tank top,
Yeah.
definitely.
I believe I can hook you up.
Good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Size
Okay.
small. Cute,
Yes.
a cute little
All right.
tank top. And large for him. So please stay on. Don't hang up.
Okay.
All right.
Stay on a second.
We'll
All
go
right,
ahead on.
everybody. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. We've had a great show. And don't you forget, please like and subscribe.
To our YouTube channel, and please like and subscribe to our Facebook channel. Go smash that button, hit that subscribe, hit that bell button so you can get all the brand new content that we are bringing for you. Look at us, look at Born to Ride, look at Preacher Stone. We have it all, they have it all. You want to see it.
And that's right. Why? Because we are born to ride.